Please like the video and share it so that it reaches many more people and you get sawaba, or rewards from Allah. This could be a sawabe jariyah or continuous reward for you long after you are gone.
Volume 5, Book 59, number 645. Narrated by Jarrah. While I was at Yemen, I met two men from Yemen called Du Kala and Du Amra, and I started telling them about Allah's apostle. Du Amra said to me, "If what you are saying about your friend, i.e. the Prophet, is true, then he has died 3 days ago." Then both of them accompanied me to Medina, and when we had covered some distance on the way to Medina, we saw some riders coming from Medina. We asked them and they said, "Allah's apostle has died and Abu Bakr has been appointed as the caliph and the people are in a good state." Then they said, "Tell your friend, Abu Bakr, that we have come to visit him, and if Allah will, we will come again." So they both returned to Yemen. When I told Abu Bakr their statement, he said to me, "I wish you had brought them to me." Afterwards I met Du Amra, and he said to me, "O Jarrah, you have done a favor to me and I am going to tell you something, i.e. you, the nation of Arabs, will remain prosperous as long as you choose and appoint another chief whenever a former one is dead. But if authority is obtained by the power of the sword, then the rulers will become kings who will get angry, as kings get angry, and will be delighted as kings get delighted." Volume 5, Book 59, number 646. Narrated by Wahab bin Kaysan. Jabir bin Abdullah said, Allah's apostle sent troops to the seacoast and appointed Abu Ubaidah bin al-Jarrah as their commander, and they were 300 men. We set out, and we had covered some distance on the way, when our journey food ran short. So Abu Ubaidah ordered that all the food present with the troops be collected, and it was collected. Our journey food was dates, and Abu Ubaidah kept on giving us our daily ration from it little by little, piecemeal, till it decreased to such an extent that we did not receive except a date each. I asked, "Jabir, how could one date benefit you?" He said, "We came to know its value when even that finished." Jabir added, "Then we reached the sea coast, where we found a fish like a small mountain. The people, i.e. troops, ate of it for 18 nights, i.e. days. Then Abu Ubaidah ordered that 2 of its ribs be fixed on the ground, in the form of an arch, and that a she-camel be ridden and passed under them. So it passed under them without touching them." Volume 5, Book 59, number 647. Narrated by Jabir bin Abdullah. Allah's apostle sent us who were 300 riders under the command of Abu Ubaidah bin al-Jarrah in order to watch the caravan of the Quraysh pagans. We stayed at the seashore for half a month and were struck with such severe hunger that we ate even the kabd, i.e. the leaves of the salam, a thorny desert tree, and because of that, the army was known as Jaysh al-Kabd. Then the sea threw out an animal, i.e. a fish, called al-Anbar, and we ate of that for half a month, and rubbed its fat on our bodies till our bodies returned to their original state, i.e. became strong and healthy. Abu Ubaidah took one of its ribs, fixed it on the ground. Then he went to the tallest man of his companions, to let him pass under the rib. Once Sufyan said, he took a rib from its parts and fixed it, and then took a man and camel and they passed from underneath it, without touching it. Jabir added, "There was a man amongst the people who slaughtered 3 camels and then slaughtered another 3 camels, and then slaughtered other 3 camels, and then Abu Ubaidah forbade him to do so." Narrated Abu Saleh. K bin Sa'd said to his father, "I was present in the army and the people were struck with severe hunger. He said, 'You should have slaughtered camels for them.' K said, 'I did slaughter camels but they were hungry again.' He said, 'You should have slaughtered camels again.' K said, 'I did slaughter camels again but the people felt hungry again.' He said, "You should have slaughtered camels again." K said, "I did slaughter camels again, but the people again felt hungry." He said, "You should have slaughtered camels again." K said, "But I was forbidden by Abu Ubaidah this time." Volume 5, Book 59, number 648. Narrated by Jabir. We set out in the army of Al-Kabd, and Abu Ubaidah was the commander of the troops. We were struck with severe hunger, and the sea threw out a dead fish the like of which we had never seen. And it was called Al-Anbar. We ate of it for half a month. Abu Ubaidah took, and fixed, one of its bones, and the rider passed underneath it, without touching it. Jabir added smiley face. Abu Ubaidah said to us, "Eat of that fish." When we arrived at Medina, we informed the Prophet about that, and he said, "Eat, for it is food Allah has brought out for you, and feed us if you have some of it." So some of them gave him of that fish, and he ate it. Volume 5, Book 59, number 649. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. That during the Hajj, in which the Prophet had made Abu Bakr as-Siddiq as chief of the Hajj before the Hajj al-Wida, on the day of Nahr, Abu Bakr sent him along with a group of persons to announce to the people, "No pagan is permitted to perform Hajj after this year, and nobody is permitted to perform the Tawaf of the Kaaba naked." Volume 5, Book 59, number 650. Narrated by Al-Bara. The last surah which was revealed in full was Bara, i.e. surah at Tawbah, and the last surah, i.e. part of a surah, which was revealed was the last verses of Surah An-Nisa. They ask you for a legal decision. Say, Allah directs, thus, about those who have no descendants or ascendants as heirs. 4.177. Volume 5, Book 59, number 651. Narrated by Imran bin Hussein. A delegation from Banu Tamim came to the Prophet. The Prophet said, "Accept the good tidings, O Banu Tamim." They said, "O Allah's Apostle, you have given us good tidings, so give us something." Signs of displeasure appeared on his face. Then another delegation from Yemen came, and he said to them, "Accept the good tidings, for Banu Tamim refuses to accept them." They replied, "We have accepted them, O Allah's Apostle." Volume 5, Book 59, number 652. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. I have not ceased to like Banu Tamim ever since I heard of three qualities attributed to them by Allah's Apostle. He said, "They, out of all my followers, will be the strongest opponent of Ad-Dajjal." Aisha had a slave girl from him, and the Prophet told her to manumit her as she was from the descendants of the Prophet, Ishmael. And, when their zakat was brought, the Prophet said, "This is the zakat of my people." Volume 5, Book 59, number 653. Narrated by Ibn Abi Mulaika. Abdullah bin Azad Zubair said that a group of riders belonging to Banu Tamim came to the Prophet. Abu Bakr said to the Prophet, "Appoint al-Qarqa bin Mabad bin Zurara as the ruler." Umar said to the Prophet, "No, but appoint al-Aqra bin Habas." Thereupon Abu Bakr said to Umar, "You just wanted to oppose me." Umar replied, "I did not want to oppose you." So both of them argued so much that their voices became louder, and then the following divine verses were revealed in that connection. O you who believe, do not be forward in the presence of Allah and His Apostle. Till the end of verse 49.1.